Hello, you beautiful, beautiful people. Today we are jumping into Series 41, the final series before the release of Forza Horizon 5. Today, though, it is summer, and we're jumping into the weekly FORZA challenges, Harder, Redder, Faster, Stronger, for those all-important 200 FORZA points and the much-needed percentage towards the festival playlist. So a like rating would be much appreciated. If you're new, definitely consider subscribing so you can find your way back to the channel nice and quick, nice and easy. Let's go complete this week's FORZA challenges. Now, I'm going to mention Lake Lodge because I mention it every single week. If you don't own it by now, have you been living under a rock? It will double all FORZA points for all FORZA activities, daily FORZA challenges, weekly FORZA challenges, and FORZA lives every hour on the hour. Of course, it is quite expensive at 5 million credits, or it's free if you have the VIP pass. Now, for this week's FORZA challenges, we're jumping into one of my favourite cars in Horizon 4, the 1989 Ferrari F40 Competizione. It is quite expensive from the auto show at 3 million credits, so it can be picked up in the auction house for around 2 million credits. I'm pumping out 1001 horsepower, and this week we're using rear wheel drive. If you want to use my tune, just search my gamer tag Skippy at 4631, use the file name Skippy YouTube. Share codes are in the description and in the comments below. So before we jump in and complete this week's FORZA challenges, Harder, Redder, Faster, Stronger, we'll be checking out the Festival Playlist rewards, the FORZA shop, the Horizon Backstage vote, and the Super 7 rewards. So for 50% completion of this week's summer season, you'll be grabbing the Skeleton Morph Suit, and for 80% completion, the Alfa Romeo 155. For this week's online trial, Scare Factory, you'll be getting the Razor Tachyon Speed. For the Playground Games or the Summer Games, you'll be grabbing the Witch's Nose, that's a clothing item. And then the 3 Seasonal Championships. For Creepy Crawlies, you've got the Porsche 918, very cool car. For Vampire Hunter, the KTM Expo. And for Sweet Lambos, you'll be getting the Lamborghini Murcielago. Some pretty cool rewards for this week's summer season. Let's head on over to the FORZA shop and check out this week's goodies. This week's FORZA shop then, first up grabs the 2014 Lamborghini Heures Concept, 100 FORZA points. The 2017 Alpine A110 for 599 FORZA points. We've got the Clock Tower car horn and the DOTDT1 up for grabs. The car horn sounding a little bit like this. 75 FORZA points for each of those. And as normal, if you've got any spare FORZA points knocking around and you're feeling slightly lucky, it's 100 FORZA points for a normal wheel spin. Or you can nab a super duper wheel spin for 300 FORZA points. It's really not the best of FORZA shops this week. That Lamborghini Urus really could have been something better, something a little bit rarer. And as for the Alpine A110, we have seen that as a reward in the Festival Players rather recently. But with that checked out, let's head on over to Horizon Backstage and check out this week's vote. Now, last week's Horizon Backstage vote saw the Renault Clio 2016 concept go up against the Renault Megane RS 2018, with the Renault Clio RS 16 concept winning the vote and is now available for purchase in Horizon Backstage. This week's Horizon Backstage vote has 2 very, very different cars going up against one another. The Renault Clio V6 2003 up against the Porsche Mori 356C from 1964. Let me know in the comments which one of these you're voting for, and let's head on over to Horizon Super 7 and check out this week's reward. Now, this week's Super 7 reward is almost not worth it. It is the Rimac Concept 2. If by some miracle you don't own this car already, all you've got to do to add it to your garage is complete the 7 challenge cars within Horizon Super 7. So with all the rewards and the goodies out of the way, let's head on into this week's FORZA challenges, Harder, Redder, Faster, Stronger. Chapter 1, Testarossa. Own and drive the ultimate edition of one of the greatest cars of all time, the 1989 Ferrari F40 Competizione. Own and drive then, just as always, hop outside your festival house or castle, drive 2 seconds down the road, and Testarossa completed. With Chapter 1 Testarossa completed, it is on to Chapter 2, the red ones go faster. Put your foot down and earn 3 stars at the Bamburgh Dunes Speed Trap with your Ferrari F40C. For this one, head on into your map and then filter by speed traps, making it a little bit easier to see and find. Now, the Bamburgh Dunes speed trap is located on the right-hand side of the map, just below Bamburgh Castle. We're looking for 220 miles an hour, that's 3-star objective, and we're coming in from the south side of the camera. Here we go then, 220 miles an hour in the Ferrari F40C. Nice big run up to make sure we get that 220 miles an hour or more through the camera. This can be quite tricky, but also can be quite easy all at the same time. Up into 5th gear, cruising along at 210, up to 215. Come on, Ferrari, 220. That's all we need through the camera. 225.96. That is definitely 3 stars. Just gotta wait for that notification. Come on, game. There it is. The red ones go faster completed. With Chapter 2, the red ones go faster completed. It's on to Chapter 3, 24 hours demands. Pretend you're driving down the Mulsanne and get 25 ultimate speed skills in your Ferrari F40C. Now, this chapter can be completed absolutely anywhere within free roam. It can even be completed during races, but that's just going to make things difficult. The best way and easiest way to get this done is to use the motorway that runs through the middle of the map. Here we go then, 25 ultimate speed skills. Bring the Ferrari F40C up to around 180 to 200 miles an hour and just cruise up and down, and you'll be earning those 25 ultimate speed skills in no time at all. So I'm just going to go all the way down the motorway, turn around and come back, keeping it at around 200 miles an hour. And after cruising the motorway at just over 200 miles an hour, that's 25 ultimate speed skills, 24 hours demands completed. So with Chapter 3, 24 hours demands completed, it's on to our 4th and final chapter this week, Endurable. In a swan song to this legendary car, drive the Ferrari F40C for a total of 24 miles. Where else would you rather be? Forza Horizon 5. Once again this week, another chapter that can be completed absolutely anywhere within the free roam map. It can even be completed during races to gain credits and implements. But we're going to make things nice and easy. We're going to stick with the motorway and again, just cruise up and down for 24 miles. And that is exactly what I'm going to do. Continuing on from my ultimate speed skills, I'm just going to cruise up and down the motorway for the 24 miles that are needed. While I go for my 24-mile cruise in my Ferrari F40C, I want to give a massive shout out to all the beautiful channel members. Brandy, Assumed, James, Peter, James, Justin, Victor, Hardy, Rod, FH4 Player, Zeta, Pearl Jam, Peter, Dragon, Terry, Stephen, Kevin, Carlton, Easy and Owen. Thank you all so much for going the extra mile to support the channel. And after a 24-mile cruise up and down the motorway, that's Chapter 4 Endurable completed, finishing off this week's FORZA challenges, Harder, Redder, Faster, Stronger, giving us 200 FORZA points in the bank and 15% towards our summer season. If you've got any questions about this week's FORZA challenges, do hit me up in the comments. I'll do my best to help you out. But as always, thank you so much for watching. If you are new, definitely consider subscribing. A like rating will be much appreciated. Stay safe and have an awesome day.